Getting friendzoned after you thought was a great date is one of the most confusing things that happen to a guy. You had a lot of conversations, she seemed engaged at first, then you got a text. I had a really good time, but I'm not feeling the spark. Let's just be friends. Here's what that message really means. You didn't create that spark, so she doesn't feel it. And today I'll show you why this keeps happening and how to create that man-to-woman connection so you don't get friendzoned again. Most guys think the friendzone happens because the girl wasn't attracted to them physically or they didn't connect enough. But if she wasn't attracted to them physically, she wouldn't have gone to the date in the first place. And if there was no connection, she wouldn't have sit there and maybe laughing and having a good time. The problem here is that you created connection and comfort without creating attraction, or before that. Those are two completely separate things. You can have great conversation, share stories, laugh together, and still get friendzone. Why? Because you felt safe. It was not fun, it was not exciting. Attraction comes from flirting, teasing, man-to-woman tension, and gradually escalating things, emotionally and physically. And here's where most men get it wrong. They think being a gentleman who wants something serious means they should avoid flirting or building tension, and they think there are only two types of people. The player who only wants to hook up, and the nice guy who plays it too safe. Both of them will get you friendzone. Women who want serious relationships, they still want to feel that spark with their future partner. They still want a man who can flirt, who can tease, and who can lead. Of course, while being respectful and intentional. That's why everything starts with intention. She should know within 30 seconds or maximum a few minutes that you're here to see if there's any romantic potential. Not to be her new friend, not to be her new pen pal, not to be her new safe option. No, lovers first, friends later. How to create that man-to-woman connection? First is the eye contact. You should hold a steady, relaxed eye contact for 3-5 seconds, then break it and then come back. It should be relaxed, it should not be forced, it should not be too intense. No, 3-5 seconds is enough. And that pressure on, pressure off builds chemistry like crazy. She should feel an interest without saying a word, only by eye contact. Then there is physical touch. You can start small, like a fist bump or a high five, or you can gently touch her shoulder while laughing. All is done respectfully and gradually. And then you should observe her reaction, if it's positive, neutral, or negative. If it's positive, you need to keep going. If it's neutral, you need to slow down. And if it's negative, you back off immediately and you even apologize. Let's take, for example, a fist bump. So, if it's positive, she would push you a little bit and you need to keep going with what you're doing before. If it's neutral, you need to slow down a little bit. Maybe talk a little bit more for like 10-20 minutes and try again later. And if it's negative, like you do a fist bump and she retreats or she jitters immediately, then you need to back off and apologize. For a high five, for example, the neutral would be like this, the negative would be, I don't know, like she will retreat a little bit, and the positive will be like this, or maybe like this. She does like this, and that's when you know it's on. Then you can use compliments. Most guys do not compliment a woman at all, or they're doing way too much. And you should avoid generic compliments like you're pretty or you're beautiful. Trust me, an attractive woman knows she's beautiful. You don't need to say it to her. So the generic compliments are useless. But if she's explaining something and she's kind of cute, you can say to her, you have the cutest facial expressions when you explain things. Or, do you go to the gym, or is that good genetics? Compliments let her know that you're interested in her. I used to be afraid of looking women in the eyes. I used to be afraid of giving compliments, of expressing my interest verbally. But by gradually desensitizing myself to this, doing it step by step without feeling overwhelmed, I finally managed to have an attractive conversation with an attractive woman, to have that man-to-woman vibe. And one more thing, stop waiting until day 5 to finally make your move. No, attraction has to be built from the first date, and it has to be built slowly, naturally, and gradually. If you wait until day 4 or 5 to finally make a move, that's too late. And honestly, most guys act like eager puppies on dates, nodding at everything she says, trying to impress her, agreeing with everything. If she says something you're genuinely interested in, sure, congratulate her, be amazed at her, whatever. But if she says something you're not interested in, like, don't fake it, man. She will sense it that you look for her approval and for validation. Here's the simple fix when she says something you feel neutral about. You say, okay. Not cold, not rude, just calm and grounded. Okay. Most men can't even do that. It builds so much attraction because it shows you're not desperate for her approval. Women can sense the difference between a man who is impressed by her and a man who tries to impress her. They can feel that immediately. They can sense when you are desperate, when you are overly agreeing with everything and you try to seek for her approval. That comes across as fake, and she realizes that being around women is not something normal for you. Maybe that was your first date in like 2-3 weeks or months even, and you thought that date went really well. But then you get a text messages. Hey, I had a really good time, but I don't think this is going anywhere. Or I really had a good time, but I don't feel the spark. And you are like, what happened? Or worse, you're trying to convince her over text to keep dating you. I'm not judging you. I've been there. I've done all of your mistakes. And you have to realize nothing is wrong with you. This is just a skill set which can be learned. And once you acquire this skill set, it feels so good, so empowering, knowing that you can be anywhere in the world and create a connection with a beautiful woman out of nothing. And this creates a level of confidence which cannot be faked. And one more thing, learn to set boundaries. If she says something you don't like, you just say to her, please don't do that, or don't do that, please. Simple, respectful, firm. If you can set a boundary in a simple and respectful way like that, why should she respect you? Women map your current behavior to your future behavior. So if you can stand up for yourself right now, why should she trust you that you can stand up for yourself or for your family later? Your current behavior right now is a representation of your future behavior. This is a skill set. It's not luck. The more dates you go on, the more you can practice your intention, your eye contact, your body language, your flirting, your teasing, your man-to-woman vibe. You stop caring about rejection because you know you can create that attraction anywhere. And women feel this instantly. You can have what you want in life. The only question is, are you willing to do what's necessary? If you want that dream woman outcome, are you willing to go through the process of building a man-to-woman vibe, of improving your communication? Are you willing to do this? So here's the deal. If you're tired of getting friend-zoned and want my help building this skill set so you can finally find your dream woman or wife, I'm opening up a few free call spots this week. Click the link below, book a free call, and we'll break down your situation and I'll give you a clear plan to fix this fast. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Bye.